So, if you're anything like me, you look back sometimes and feel a bit melancholy on the days of co-op and split-screen gaming. As the years go further and further, I start to realize how far we are from that era and how fun it was. And some of those are my most cherished memories, playing with friends, cracking open a freaking thing of Mountain Dew, getting a pizza, and just hanging out, playing some games. The best memories I can think of is Halo 3. I would have some friends over, we'd play split screen on the co-op, take turns swapping whenever one of us died, and it makes me feel so nostalgic and happy. I don't know if it's a mix of the soundtrack or just the social aspect as a whole, having my friends with me. Us fighting this big enemy that seemed bigger than ourselves, even though it was just inside of a screen. And all in all, that brings me to the topic of this video. I will be talking about the Evercade. It is a console with multiple iterations, including handhelds and home consoles, and it has been a pleasure going through the library and different features of this console. So stick around, and today we're going to cover one of my new favorite consoles to my collection, and one that I am very happy to invite friends over to play. So the first question you might be having is, what is Evercade? Well, let's get into it. The best thing we can do is start from the beginning and kind of how this console came to light. It's made by Blaze Entertainment and was released in May of 2020. After multiple delays and things that happened that stopped production of the console, it was finally released. It started as a handheld that used ROM cartridges and still does to this day. However, since that release, there's been multiple iterations that all play the same cartridges, which is a really cool appeal that I saw when I first started looking into this console, and it's made it really fun just being able to stop a game, pop it in the handheld, and move on with my day. So yeah, let's get into the verses and what features it has. So to start off, the console has a very extensive library already, with lots of different games and cartridges that contain multiple games. The really cool thing about it too is they do color code the cartridges to where the game type is different with each one. For example, purple is arcade games that you would typically see on arcade machines, as to where red are more console-based games that have saves and different options. So to start off with the cartridges, a really cool thing is they each come with their own case that is very similar to some cases you would see for games back in the 80s and 90s with consoles such as the NES or the Super Nintendo. You get really cool box art with each one. Also, there is a number on each cartridge box as well, showing which number in the series of games you have. So you can pretty much collect number 1 through however many cartridges they make. So I think that's an excellent feature, and it really helps you put the collection aspect into perspective. So let's start off with the controller. It has a really nice D-pad that's very responsive, has a nice clicky feel as well. You also get some very tactile buttons for the B, Y, X, and A, which I like a lot. Got a menu button right in the middle there, start, select. And at the top you got these nice triggers here that are very clicky and responsive for games. The triggers are great for racing games and gear shifting, but personally I really love this controller. Very comfortable and easy to use. And as you can see, the cable is kind of dragging it here. So picking up the console, the first thing you're going to see right on the front is going to be the dual cartridge tray. It's really cool, especially if you want to have multiple games in there at once. Each cartridge, you're going to see all the games available on them in the main menu. Right there, I got the Technos collection. That's going to have 2 of the Double Dragon games, which are really fun, especially when you're playing multiplayer. Close that up. We also get a very clicky and responsive power button on the right side. On the front, you're also going to get 4 USB ports. Those are going to be for 4 players. Console comes with 2 controllers, so you will have to purchase the other 2 extra if you want to add some extra players. Around the back, we're going to go to the I/O here. You're going to see a micro USB port, an HDMI, and you also have a reset button as well. So pretty standard, very bare minimum, just to keep it clean and simple. So upon turning on the console, you get a nice Blaze Entertainment intro logo. Along with that, you're also going to get a little animation for the Evercade Versus. So pretty cool little animated intro you get there. It's going to power off for a sec, and then you're going to pop into the menu, where you're going to see pretty much all your games that are on your current cartridges inside the system. You can scroll down and pretty much see them all itemized. They have their own little thumbnails as well, which I think is really cool. If you go down one, you're also going to get the Versus menu, which that's pretty much each month there is a game they upload if your console's connected to Wi-Fi, and you can give it a try. If you go down, it's also going to be the new releases along with the games that you've collected so far. So right here you can see me booting into the game using the menu. They give you a start game, or you can also start from your last save as well. On the Evercade, they do give you a built-in system where you can save games that typically don't have a save feature, which is really nice. That way you can play an arcade title and be able to continue where you left off the last time you hop on. So very nice, very convenient, especially since we can't be exactly glued to the console all the time, nor do we want to keep it on as well. You also get a nice option in the settings as well, where you can change the aspect ratio. So for example, that one pretty much made it full screen. Granted, it does stretch out the ratio itself, which I personally don't like. I usually play on the original aspect ratio just so it's picture perfect. But hey, to each their own. If you like a bigger screen and are okay with it stretching it out a little bit, by all means, that is definitely an option for you. So all in all, the Evercade has been an awesome experience so far. I've also loved the Taito handheld that can also go along with it. That will be my next video. I'm going to be going over the features of that and how that one works compared to the console. So yeah, overall, fantastic experience. Blaze Entertainment has definitely got the right thing going here, and I really do hope they keep pushing new products and support around the Evercade model. If you guys want to see any more content with Evercade, or some specific games that you've seen in that library or have seen because of this video, please comment below which ones you'd like to see me review or talk about. One that I'm definitely going to review is Full Void, which is a great game, a great port that they did to the Evercade. I absolutely love it. So yeah, without further ado, thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and remember, be kind, rewind.